basically, who I cross-cover, I just see the folders that I need to cross-cover and all of the new items. So get rid of the stuff that just is holding there for the last 3 weeks as FYI. I just want to see what I need to cross-cover. So to be able to see this compared to this makes a huge difference. You and I have to cross-cover anyway, but to cross-cover more efficiently will help us cross-cover more effectively. So that's the first tip.
Now the second tip, the second tip we want to share with you, I think many of us know how to send self-ticklers. You don't want to clutter your Inbasket, you want to defer a message coming back to you, and as a self-tickler, you will see it at the time you want to see it. But what this tip is about is combining that with one step further, where you do a little bit of delegation with your time management. So sometimes a tickler comes in, the message comes in, things that you need to follow up, you could delegate to the patient for follow-up. Or you could delegate it to your support staff. Okay, so the tip there says remind others, not yourself. So what you want to do is know how to set up a future message to be delivered as a staff message to your support staff, or set up a future message delivered to your patient as a secure message. So in the next few slides, we're going to show you some screenshots. This is showing how you could write an email. Okay, this is doing tomorrow's work today. If there was some lab that needs to be followed up for your patient and you say, well, this is going to be in 3 months, I want them to follow up their diabetes labs or their routine labs, you could tee up the secure message today by crafting the message. And then, right here, you could select a future delivery date, right here. So you craft up your message right here as normal, and then you select a future delivery date. That way the message will get sent to the patient at a future time. In terms of staff message, you can write your staff message today and also leverage the toolbar by selecting one of these dates and then send it to your staff in the future. Okay, any comments?
Would you go back to where you selected that? Would you go back to where you selected this?
Okay, so for staff message, there's different ways to do this. Let's say you have an in-basket item coming in, saying maybe the X-ray shows pneumonia, or maybe you saw the patient in an office visit that the patient has pneumonia. In this particular example, we like the staff to call maybe the patient in 3 days and ask, how is the pneumonia going? And if there's any problems, let me know. So what you could do is from your in-basket or from your office visit, use the top toolbar button and select the staff message right there, STM. And once you click that button, it will actually open up the staff message for you with the patient MR number already embedded in the message. And then as step 2, you could select your staff that you're gonna send messages to using one of these pre-programmed speed dial button. And for example, in this one, if you put MA here, the moment you click this button, it'll say pool MA. Okay, and then as a third step, you want to specify when the message go out, then you select one of these dates to say when you want the message delivered. There was another question or comment in the back? Yes?
What if you change your mind and don't actually want it sent after you agree?
Very good question. Some of these messages depends on how you deliver it. You can actually deliver it to yourself to send out, or in this particular case, you will be sending to the staff directly. But you could have a search function similar to the one Pedro showed you before about doing a search for cross coverage. You can have a way to search all future delivered message. And so let's say if you're gonna go on vacation or maybe the patient's clinical scenario changes, you wanna go in and search for that particular message related to this patient, and then you could retract it. Yes?
So those are really cool tips. And I just want to go back to the previous one. Pedro, how do we make that cross-cover folder? I don't have a clue of how those things get in there.
That's an excellent question. So if you don't know how to do this, that's what this worksheet is about. So if you want to learn more about that, you're going to check on Inbasket tools, because we're going to be able to show that. And even if you don't know how to do it, we can even have someone set it up for you. If this like staff messaging seems a little too fast for you and you can't write all of this down, you're going to check on staff communication so that we can go over this with you. We can set up the quick buttons for you. You don't have to set it up yourself. But we just need to know that this is something you want to have an enhancement in. And the same thing with secure messages, sending them in the future. There is a way to retract messages back. It is a few clicks, and we'll cover that under patient communications, more effective ways that you can communicate with your patients or even retracting your communications. So excellent. If you have those questions, that's what this worksheet's for.
Great. Any other questions?